Our involvement with the Church of the Nazarene has been one of the most rewarding partnerships of any we've been involved in all the history of the Jesus Film Project. And I think it's because of the heart of the people of the Church of the Nazarene to go where nobody's gone before, to send their missionaries to the most remote spots on the face of the earth.
I'd never really seen the Jesus Film as an evangelistic tool. When they made the presentation, I could see this as something that could explode the growth of the church and really give us an edge on reaching new people for Christ.
And I remember when Dr. Bustle came to our offices in California, I said, we would like to underwrite the cost of 100 sets of equipment if you and the mission board could underwrite the cost of the workers. It cost about $5,000 each, so I was making a $500,000 commitment. And we talked about that a little bit, and then the question was, well, where? And we were sitting by this big map in the Jesus Project boardroom, and I was near the Caribbean, and I said, for example, we don't have any film teams at all in the Caribbean. And Dr. Bustle said, oh, we've got 23 or 24 teams down there in those islands. I said, well, that's a great place to begin. We have nothing going. And then I looked over at Africa and I said, you know, the Cape Verde Islands over there, we have nobody there at all. And Dr. Bustle said, oh, well, we've got 3 teams over there. And I said, Louie, why don't you just go and tell us where on the map would be a good place for you?
So I started on one side of the big map of the world, and just off the top of my head, I was just naming this area of the world and this area that we could use so many. By the time I reached the other end of the map, I had put down 179 teams. And Paul said, whoa, you're talking 200 teams. That's $1 million. And I said, we'll take it. And I was really excited when they said, we'll do it.
I think the thing that made the partnership so effective was that we both had the same desire.
I think this is the greatest tool that God has given the church in these years. And I'm just glad that the Church of the Nazarene was a part of using this tool to build the kingdom of God. One of our local leaders in Ecuador expressed it like this. He said, before, we were fishing with a fishing hook. But he said, all of a sudden with the Jesus Film, it's like fishing with dynamite. And that's really the way I feel that this tool has enabled the church to do a major impact on the world for Jesus' sake.